This is how the garden looked like before we started. Lots of gravel everywhere and a very dark looking slab. So we started by painting the slabs at the top of the patio white, as well as the walls around it. And then we removed all the gravel from the middle and we added all the soil that we had from the raised beds in the corners, and did a lot of prepping before laying the turf in this little square. It actually made a big difference to the space because it's actually a very small patio at the back of the house, but we wanted to brighten up the space a little bit on a budget. Once you move into a new house, you don't want to be spending a lot of money all the time straight away. And we were actually quoted 20k for a little upgrade for our patio, so we decided to just do it ourselves. And that's why we started this YouTube channel, because I think there's a lot you can do yourself, and it doesn't take that long. It might take a bit of work, but at the end is really rewarding. In this little corner we used leftover turf, and because we removed a couple of raised beds, we decided to just give it a go. Although it was in a little bit of a shade spot, it's actually doing really, really well. We've also decided to just give a little bit of freshen up to this fence without removing it and adding a new one. We decided to just give it a go and paint it over with a different color just to see if we like it or not. So I had to do a lot of cleaning around, cut a lot of bits of plants around, and then cleaned all the spider webs and the things that were a bit dirty around. Before you paint, you need to do a lot of prepping. And I think that's where you spend most of the time, is actually doing the prep. But also having the right tools for not so much money that lasts longer and actually saves you time, especially painting a fence might take a long, long time if you have a really bad brush. This is how the turf looked like after 6 weeks since we laid it down, and it looks amazing. I think it was the best thing we've ever done to this small garden. And the little corner there actually takes a lot of sun that we didn't know it would at the start. We thought it was just a patch in the shade. So I did a lot of cleaning, made sure that there was no plants around so I didn't get them painted over. It's still a big area to paint the fence, but I gave it a go and it made such a big difference. days in total to get it all ready to paint, because it's quite a big section, and it's not easy to paint fins, especially because the first layer gets absorbed really quickly by the wood, and then the rest is easy then to apply. But I'm happy with the end result. I mean, I enjoy painting in general, either outdoor or indoor, and it's just, like I said, having the right brush, having the right paint. This is the end result, and I still have to paint a little bit the wall on the side. That looks a little bit magnolia looking, but it's actually got a little shine to the fence, which I quite like. There's not a lot of maintenance with this kind of painted slabs. I should have applied the primer before applying the paint, but because we weren't sure what colour we want the slabs to be yet, we just gave it a go, painted over to see if there's any actually end result, and actually cleaning it makes such a big difference. I bought this outdoor rug from B&M. I think it was around £18, but again, this is how the garden is looking at the moment, and made such a big difference. I still don't know what I'm going to be doing with the rest of the slabs around where we applied the turf. But all in all, what a difference before and after.